Hey, what's up everyone? So, Dragon Ball Super episode 124. So, this episode starts off where in the last week with Goku and Vegeta in their most powered up form, well, besides Ultra Instinct, fighting Jiren. And they're doing pretty decently, actually. They're pushing Jiren back, and all they can really do is block. So, he's just taking their attacks and really just blocking them. And this fight pretty much ends because it's only a short part of the episode, it's just the beginning with Goku and Vegeta shooting big powerful blasts at Jiren. And at first everyone was just like, oh, did it destroy Jiren or did it defeat Jiren or whatever? Which obviously it didn't. The blast hits Jiren and he just kind of comes out of it. He shoots all the robo that's on him away and he just kind of stands there. And then Goku and Vegeta go and attack Jiren. And the fight pretty much ends with like a big flash of light where they're just fighting. And then we move over to Frieza, who's still fighting Dispo. And Dispo's doing pretty good because of his speed, and he's slowly getting faster and faster. And at first, Frieza was just like, "Oh, well, I can, you're fast, but your attacks are linear, and I'm able to predict them." So at first, Frieza was doing decently, but like I said, as the fight goes on, Dispo gets faster and faster, and every time he gets faster, it's harder for Frieza to keep up. And eventually, he starts overpowering Frieza and just punching him around. And then he shoots like this ring around Frieza, like I guess that's his special attack, and it traps him, and then it explodes, and then Frieza kind of falls to the floor. And this was just like, this is it, you're about to be defeated. So he goes to attack Frieza real fast with like a punch, but Frieza uses his tail, which Frieza loves to use his tail, and grabs him by the arm, and then just kind of chucks him to the other side. And it looks like Frieza's about to make his comeback, but Frieza just kind of stops and he starts talking to him, and he's just like, "Hey, Dispo, let's make a deal." So, Frieza's trying to make a deal with the devil, or he is the devil, and he's trying to convince Dispo to make a deal with the devil. He's like, "Hey, if you agree to revive me with the Dragon Balls, then I will join you and start attacking Universe 7. And Dispo's just kind of like sitting there on the floor, kind of thinking about it. He's just like, I don't know about this. Should I do this? Should I not? But eventually he decides no. He's like, "Hey, I don't trust you. You're evil. And I don't do deals with evil, so screw this." And Frieza's just like, "Okay, well, this is your mistake and you're going to regret it, so I don't want to hear about it later." So Frieza finally transforms into his golden form, and he starts attacking Dispo. And first, Frieza is a lot faster than Dispo in his golden form, so Frieza starts knocking Dispo around. He's just punching him, throwing him around. Dispo can't do anything, and eventually Frieza, knocks him to the floor, and Dispo's just like, he gets pissed off, and he powers up with this purple energy that makes him look evil, and apparently this is his secret super last final technique. I forget what it's called. It's like super sonic light speed power junk attack. I don't know. It's a super long name to say. I can't remember, but it makes Dispo a lot faster, and he's a lot faster than Frieza. So Dispo starts getting, having the advantage. So he starts pushing Frieza back and beating Frieza up. And Frieza, like Jiren earlier, all he can really do is block. Dispo is so fast. It's like he's fighting three people at the same time. Like, he's just all over Frieza, and Frieza can't do anything. And eventually, he starts pushing Frieza all the way to the edge of the arena. And it looks like he's about to be eliminated because, like I said, Frieza can't do anything except block. So it's just going to take one good hit for Dispo to knock him off. But one of the Universe 7 fighters, or maybe it was Beerus, I can't remember, yells out, "Frieza!" And Gohan and 17 hears it, and Gohan's just like, "Hey, 17. And 17's like, "I got it." So 17 starts taking on Dispo by himself, and Gohan goes, and he saves Frieza right before he gets knocked off, because Dispo's about to punch him right off, but Gohan makes it right on time and kicks him to the side. So it becomes a 2-on-1 fight, Gohan and Frieza versus Dispo. And while they're fighting, Gohan notices that Dispo seems to be moving, vertically or horizontally back and forth like this. That's how he's dodging, that's how he's moving super fast. So he tells Frieza, "We need to limit his movement. If we can limit his movement, I will be able to take him. And then, you can finish him off with one final attack." So Frieza uses his little finger beams that he usually uses, and he kind of creates this cage around Dispo and Gohan. So they can barely move around. Like, every time they hit the side or one of the beams, it's like they get electrocuted, and pretty badly. So Gohan starts fighting Dispo and then Sting, and he starts beating Dispo like really easily actually, since Dispo can't use his supersonic speed technique really, or not to its full potential. Gohan is able to keep up with his speed, and he just starts beating him up and knocking him into the ring or the laser beams and frying him. But eventually, this attack that Frieza's doing, the cage thing, it's taking a lot of stamina, and he's not able to keep it up. So eventually, he falls down because it just took so much out of him, and the cage falls apart. So this was just like, this is it. He powers up again, and he gets ready to, beat up Gohan. But before he can act, Gohan goes right behind him and just grabs him with like a choke, and he's holding him, and he's like, "Hey, Frieza, get us!" He pretty much says, "Hey, push us both the two of us off." And Frieza's just like, "That's a good plan, leader. I like it." He's like, "Don't worry, I'll make this quick and easy," with the Frieza attitude. So he shoots a blast at Gohan and Dispo, and he knocks him off. So we lose a fighter for Universe 7, excuse me, and Dispo is eliminated. So we're down to 4 fighters. 6 fighters. 4 universe, 6. Okay, we're down to 6 fighters. So, but Gohan is eliminated, and this isn't really surprising. It's more disappointing because of the title of this episode. It's called something Gohan's Big Sacrifice. So it was obvious that he was gonna, sacrifice himself. But like I said, it's a little disappointing because Gohan only shows up like the last 6, maybe 7 minutes of the episode. It's probably less, I want to say. It's probably 6 to 5 minutes. And then, it's a good moment when Gohan's fighting Dispo. It's really, really good. But it's Gohan. I think he deserves his own episode where he's just fighting hard and using the best of his abilities before he gets eliminated. So it's kind of disappointing. If he was going to sacrifice himself, it should have been with someone a lot stronger like Topo. But it is what it is. We're getting closer to the end. It was an okay episode. I like when Frieza and Gohan teamed up. I think it could have been more interesting because of their history. But it was still good to see it, and Gohan, that was Gohan at, one of his best, doing really good against Dispo. So that's where the episode pretty much ends. It ends with Gohan just sitting there, and he's like, "Hey, sorry guys." Of course, Papa Piccolo's just like, "Hey, don't worry, Gohan. If you didn't do what you do, he would have eliminated you and Frieza." So, that's where it ends. Dispo's super pissed off, and Gohan's just kind of disappointed. And we go over to Goku and Vegeta, and it ends with them attacking Jiren. So, like I said, it was an okay episode. I wanted it to be a little better, bigger Gohan moment. I feel since like the end of Z, he's kind of gotten shafted because I love the Cell Saga. It's my favorite saga, and it was awesome when it kind of seemed like he took over the role of Goku. But he was eventually, Goku came back and everything. But it was kind of disappointing. Like I said, I was hoping more out of Gohan. But like I said, it was an okay episode. But before I end this video, I wanted to talk about something real quick. For people who don't know, Dragon Ball Super is about to end. It's going to end in March in episode 131. That's apparently the last episode. They just announced it this week, and it's kind of sad and disappointing. There's kind of rumors, or they're kind of hinting that the series will return possibly sometime next year after the movie that comes out in December. My friends have speculated that, hey, maybe they're taking the team that's working on Super to go work on the movie to, help it get finished. Or, half the team's going to work on the movie and the other half's planning for the new series. Because there's a lot of things that, they kind of set up, or Toriyama set up. Like, there's a few more universes that we haven't visited that are a lot more powerful. That obviously Goku and Vegeta are going to have to challenge in the future. And eventually we have to get to the end of Z, where the end of the tournament with Oob and everything like that, and they can even go past that, and do something different than GT did. So there's still a lot of possibilities, but it's still kind of sad to see Super ending. I've been loving Super. I know a lot of people have. It's been doing really, really good. So like I said, it's possibly going to come back just as a different series. But again, just for anyone who didn't know, it's ending, and I'll probably do a video later on, probably closer to the end, talking about the end of the series. Excuse me. So that's the it. That's the end. What did you guys think of the episode, or what do you guys think of Dragon Ball Super ending? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.